What's up guys, I'm also YT Gaming, and today we are going to be reacting to some scary animation. Yeah. But first, before we start, how was your day today? If it's good, I'm glad you're having a good day today, If you like up the video, if you're not subscribed, maybe you can subscribe too, I should shut up. I should just shut up, Yeah, I thought so. But, look, okay? We are going to be reacting to scary animations. And you know why? Because read the time. Y'all see that? Do you guys see that? It's 3 a.m. Yes, 3 a.m. The devil's out. But, yeah. It's 3 a.m. for me right now, and we're gonna be reacting to some scary animations. Like there's so many animations to go. Hold on. We are watching George Schwartz party. We got Squid Game over here, but I'm not trying to make a hour-long video. That's the thing. I don't like that. Those eyes stuff. 100 members, one gorilla. Shut it down. Thank you. If a gorilla like that, and I was to attack him. Peace out, bro. Peace out. You're never gonna see me again. Peace out. You ain't ever gonna see me battle a gorilla again. Hold on, listen. There's so many like animation we can go for. You can go for Cape Defense, you can go for Ice. You can go for the bunny, you can go for Miss Puff, you can go for Jelly, you can go for Lock. Like, let's go with that. 3 very scary mothers. Yo, what's on the shirt? Yo, Loki, if that's like in the video, I might just watch that.
When I was a teenager, I was living with my mom and my little sister. She had me when she was really young, and my dad didn't stick around after that, so it was just us, which made me want to find a way to show how much we cared, as Mother's Day was coming up. The only problem was, I didn't have any money, so I couldn't exactly take her out for a nice lunch or anything like that. All I could think to do was spend the day at a spot where the three of us could have fun together. It was the San Joaquin.
First things first, okay, we can tell you a sweet dude, okay, he's trying to get to treat his mother well with some gifts, but he obviously is broke. Second, I'm trying to lock into the video and all I hear is like, what?
River, which is close to where we live in Central California. I learned there was a popular swimming area that only the locals really knew about. So, a few days before Mother's Day, we piled into the car and drove out to the river, planning on having a nice family day of swimming and sunbathing. When we got there, I was expecting to see a lot of other people, but it was actually pretty empty. I thought it was weird since it was so close to a holiday, but we had a large area of the river to ourselves, so it turned out to be a good thing. We all got changed. Then my mom set up a chair to lounge on the riverbank while my sister and I got in to swim. We were having a blast, splashing each other, racing, seeing who could hold their breath underwater the longest, stuff like that. Eventually, I needed a break, so I started swimming back to the shore. My sister didn't
hold their breath the longest. What was that, like 2 seconds? And you already got like, okay, at this point, like, don't even try that anymore. You certainly cannot hold your breath. Like, it was only 2 seconds. I can hold it for at least 15 seconds. You can't hold it for freaking 2 seconds. It's crazy.
Didn't come with me though. She somehow still had energy to keep going while I was exhausted. While I was climbing the rocks, getting up to shore, I could see my mom sunbathing and basically passed out on her lawn chair. It seemed like she was relaxed and asleep. When I finally climbed up to the shore, I went to dry myself off with the towel. I was there for a few minutes when I heard something unusual. It took me a
turn around. Someone's drowning. Bro, turn around, bro. Like, somebody's literally drowning behind you. Your sister's literally drowning behind you. And you're over here. Like, bro, your sister is dying, and this is what you're doing? Like...
Second to realize that, I was hearing my little sister screaming for help.
So you just gonna stand there, aren't you? You think you're tough, buddy. You think you're the main character, nah. Nah. Just because you can survive in the water doesn't mean others can, bro. Freaking don't watch your sister drown. Help her out.
I stood up and saw her in the middle of the river, way farther downstream than earlier. The river had suddenly swelled up, and the current was racing now. She wasn't strong enough to fight it. I knew I should have gotten off.
Oh my god. Look. You're straight up good. Your mother is literally watching you. Look at we're like, you're just like you see your sister drowning and you're just making it like, you know what, just yeah. And your mother is seeing you look that way. You're just like, yeah. And your mother witnessed your face doing that. Literally, basically, just saying. Your eyes are literally just saying, yeah, whatever. I'd like to see my sister die. That's literally what your eyes are saying. You're just like, it's whatever. She was a watch. Like, bro.
That rock immediately and gone to help her, but I just froze. I saw my mother sprint by in a blur, but I didn't follow her. I just watched and did nothing. My mother caught up to my sister on the riverbank, then jumped into the water after her. She swam so fast and was at my sister within seconds. Holding on to her and trying to keep her head above the water, she was able to, but I could tell she was struggling as my sister was panicking, and I was still 100 feet away when I saw them slowly heading toward the shore. I finally kicked myself into action. I ran as fast as I could to reach them, but they were nearly at the
Can we talk about how delayed his reaction was? Like, bro finally made a shocked face after what? After what? After your mother already got her? Like, usually, let's just stand there. Like, literally, bro was actually just doing that straight up. Like, and then he freaking finally reacted after what? After what, bro? Like,
shore when I caught up, so I jumped into the shallow edge, holding my hands out to help them out of the river. They reached me in a few seconds, and my mother pushed my sister up out of the water.
Take her! Take her!
I got her! You're okay now.
I grabbed her and carried her over to the land, but when I turned back, my mother wasn't behind me.
Help! Help! Help me!
The current had quickened again in a flash and dragged her out of the shallows and back into the river. I jumped in after her, swimming as fast as I could, but no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't catch up. The river was thrashing me around, and I knew my mother had to already be exhausted. The current had also picked up a ton of dirt, making it impossible to see through the water, so before I knew it, I couldn't even find her. Then, I realized I was in danger. I kept getting dragged under as I was trying to catch my breath, and ended up swallowing water, almost inhaling it all into my lungs. My instincts took over, and I started swimming to shore instead of towards my mother. I was barely able to get out, but I managed to get to safety. Collapsing in the dirt, I dragged myself up and went back to my sister. We caught our breath and looked out over the water, but there was no sign of our mother. When we weren't grasping for air anymore, we were sobbing. Help came soon after, but by then, she was long gone. It started pouring rain as they started the search party, making it even more difficult to find her. They had to call off the search that night. It took until the afternoon of the next day until she was found, but it was far too late. Since then, nothing has ever been the same for me and my sister. We're living with our relatives now, but we can never sleep like we used to. I wish I'd never even mentioned that river. It should have been me who jumped into the water to save my sister. This story was inspired by a horrific Mother's Day incident. On May 9th, a mother named Brenda Duran jumped into the San Joaquin River in Central California to rescue her drowning daughter. The mom watched her children playing in the water of a popular beach, but when her daughter could not keep her head above water, Duran rushed into the river trying to save her, but struggled to stay afloat due to the river's current swallowing the mom. Her son then saw his mom in trouble and jumped back into the river to try to grab her, but he unfortunately could not get to her in time. First responders, including rescue dive teams, spent hours in the water, but visibility and safety concerns forced the search to be paused around 11 p.m., police said. Duran's remains were recovered around 5:30 p.m. on May 11th. The river the incident took place in is known for its teeming wildlife, economy-fueled tourism that includes paddling, swimming, and fishing, and hydroelectric power. Duran was just 30 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was literally just about to tear up. Like, it was about to swoop up and then just fall down. But it actually didn't, like, tear up or anything. I was actually about to tear up, though. Like, I know that they said, like, true Mother's Day horror stories, but I never knew they would actually mean, like, literally true.
After I divorced my first wife, I met my current wife, Hope, in my 30s. We both already had children, so I knew she would be an excellent mother to my kids.
Dude, are you okay? If anything, she does not look 30 years old. Maybe she looks 30 plus 50. Like, bro, that's literally grandma right there. My freaking mother. Why is she looking at us like that? Like, why is she like, bro, don't look at us like that. Freaking, I'm about to go to the screen and punch the heck out of this painting. Or not painting, I don't know, picture. Yeah, whatever. Picture.
I ended up adopting all her children as well, and then we even had our own son.
Yeah, you do not have taste. But me, I do. I do have taste, while you like, you can't tell me that you actually love that. Like, you're actually sleeping next to that. Man, she's gonna give me nightmares. The hell, like, bro.
Together. That all started when we were both still very young, but now 4 decades have passed. All our kids have moved away, and as we've gotten older, I've been burdened with declining health. I'm always sick and can't move around for shit. However, in what was clearly the final years of my life, Hope has taken it upon herself to make me even more miserable. She started distancing herself from me, basically ignoring me, like I didn't exist. During minor holidays like Mother's Day, she would leave the house and disappear for hours. She admittedly said that she was having an affair and that she would rather have me out of her life. The feeling was mutual, except I couldn't bring myself to divorce her after being with her for so long. So I ended up complacent and let her do whatever she wanted.
You could have found yourself divorcing her. I don't care if the millisecond I'm freaking marrying her, the millisecond, like the next millisecond, I'm freaking divorcing that. Like, bro, that's what I see my name is, and he's marrying it. What? Some people in this world don't have taste, and this is true on this big horse word. So imagine how she looks in real life. Oof. hopefully she looks better than what she looks like over here. Bro, she literally looks like a nightmare right there.
Wanted. But recently, something has been horribly disturbing. I can tell Hope didn't want me alive when I did simple things like sit around, watch TV.
You can tell. Bro, just from that picture, I can tell. Just from that picture, I can tell. And you're over here talking about, oh yeah, you can tell now. After what? After what? After all the time that you spent? This guy got a balls about over here, yo. But no, look at her face. Look at her wrinkly, stinkly, freaking binkly, pringly, chingly looking face, bro. Like, go back to bed. It's past your bedtime. Like, you serious right now? Don't look at me like that. If I actually just saw something like that, just looking at me like that, I'm pulling out the shotgun and just like straight up, like.
Or eat. She would stare daggers at me from the corner. In fact, without any prompt or context whatsoever, she would say weird, disturbing shit like, "I wish for Mother's Day you would go away forever." She would then give me this evil smile, like she was already making the preparations. For a while, I've been sleeping on the couch in the living room. I never get any privacy, and I'm often afraid to fall asleep as I'll catch Hope staring at me in the darkness like an evil witch.
Go away! I'm trying to sleep! Get out of here!
I have sleeping pills, but I'm trying to avoid taking them because of her. I'm scared of not being alert to fend for myself, just in case she tried to pull something. When Mother's Day finally came, I expected Hope to be in a sour mood since I was still alive, but strangely, it was quite the opposite. She had this giddy energy about her all day. It was weird as hell.
Does she always have that look on her face? Man, I'm not saying keep it into a normal face, bro. Ain't no way, like, there's no way he does not want to smack that face, bro. Like, the military guy just want. And this guy's not even doing it. I'll do the job for you. Like, bro, ain't no way. And he was like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it. You're scared to sleep in the same house as a woman, but you're not gonna divorce. I get that it's not easy to divorce, but at the same time, like, why? How are you gonna get sleep if you don't want to sleep? Like, I'd straight up give a divorce. Straight up. And this guy, he actually survived years. Oh, has this guy even slept in years? Like, what? Freaking, I'd be like, ah! You know, freaking see that it's reality. See that the nightmare is a reality. Like, I'm sorry that I'm pausing the video too much. I'm just telling facts over here.
Just went about my day like usual, until it was finally time to get back on the couch and try to fall asleep. I didn't know I was in for the most terrifying night of my life.
Oh God, she's watching me sleep again. She's so creepy. What the hell is the matter with her? If I pretend to be asleep, maybe she'll go away. No, don't come near me, you freak! Leave me alone! Come on, just go away! What do you want? Oh, sweetie, it looks like you're having trouble sleeping again. Sit up for me so you can take your meds. I already took it. I'm fine. I said get up!
Take the opportunity right now. Not about the divorce, but to punch that raggedy, saggedy looking face. Like, you have the opportunity right there. She's literally straight up at your face like this, bro. Like, she's literally gonna fucking kiss you or something, bro. Just straight up. Take the shot, bro. Take the shot, bro. Just take a shotgun out of your freaking pocket and just straight up. I take the opportunity right now. Like, if I woke up, not like he didn't wake up, he was awake, but if I was awake and I was pretending to sleep, and I see that straight at my face, I'm, man, get your stupid looking, ugly looking, stupid looking, dumb looking, like, there's no way she's actually expecting, like, no, look, okay? This is no weird stuff, but I can 100% agree that the guy looks better than this woman. Like, all the dudes can agree, bro. All the dudes can agree. Like, who the hell's gonna marry this? Who the hell in this world wants to marry that? Except for this dude, right? Because certainly he wanted to marry. Like, bro, she had that creepy smile since the beginning, and she still has it. Ooh, I would have took the opportunity and just.
Okay, fine. And here comes the airplane. Coming in for a landing. Here you are, my dear. That's it. Drink, drink, drink up. What are you doing? Just take the glass already. I'm tired. Whoa, what's
It was the night after Mother's Day. My mom called me, crying hysterically. She told me through her tears that my father had passed. I didn't know what to do, so I just went over to their house, finding it swarmed by police. I didn't understand why at first. All I wanted to do in that moment was comfort my mother, grieve with my family, and bury my father. Afterwards, I wanted to spend more time with my mom, and that's when I noticed her strange behavior. I asked her how it happened, but she just looked right through me and said she couldn't tell me. Something about it was just really off-putting. Weeks later, enough people started saying the same thing, that my mother was all but admitting to taking out her husband. Not a person who knew her hadn't had some weird encounter, with her basically admitting and saying what she did subliminally. Unfortunately, I had to agree with everyone. I had to send my own mother to prison.
For this Mother's Day, we had to feature one of the scariest mums to walk the face of the earth. The mum we are talking about is a 71-year-old woman named Hope Schreiner. Hope was married to her husband Robert.
Okay. Now this animation is too much. You're saying this looks like this? You're tripping, bro. Like, there's no way. I thought I was, but I have nightmares. I thought freaking this woman was the nightmare. And she's not? Like, bro, she actually looks like a normal mother. But come on, like, bro, I got scared myself, bro. Like, I was like, and I'm not even being the one. Like, I'm not the one that's getting killed. I'm still scared, bro. Like, bro, did you see how that animation looked? Oh my god, like, they made her look so ugly. Like, I just wanted to punch her in the face, bro. But now it's like, okay, whatever.
For over 43 years, after making it past the 7-year itch, surviving the empty nest syndrome, and settling into retirement, it seemed as if the couple had a long-lasting, successful relationship. But their picture book story ended the day Hope snapped and bludgeoned Robert to his demise. Robert, who was hampered by mobility issues from a near-fatal car accident, battled numerous health problems in his 70s. He lost a lung to cancer and suffered chronic pneumonia and glaucoma. And it was during this period, Hope and Robert's relationship went downhill. Hope began an affair with another man named Donald Beret, 77. Hope dreamed of starting a new life with Beret, but he would ultimately turn her down. On the afternoon of the 2nd of June 2004, when Hope called 911 to say she'd found her husband bleeding in their driveway, emergency responders arrived to declare Robert was a goner at the scene. The medical examiner determined blunt force trauma was the cause of his passing. It was also discovered that Robert had ingested a large dose of sleeping aid. In the days after her husband's passing, Hope began saying disturbing things to her family and friends. One friend expressed fear about the case being unsolved, and that a killer was running around their rural community, but Hope whispered to her saying, "Don't worry, I did it." When Hope's daughter asked how her adopted father passed, Hope said, "I can't tell you." Hope also told a neighbor, "I just snapped. I put sleeping pills in his coffee." Another friend that volunteered with Hope at the library told investigators that Hope told her, "I wanted to get rid of my husband." Police later found evidence connecting to Robert's passing in Hope's basement. The day after Robert's funeral service, detectives arrested Hope and charged her accordingly. Hope was eventually sentenced to 17 years to life in prison, becoming Vermont's oldest female inmate.
even though the animations aren't accurate like to the real faces, I'm gonna still subscribe because like, hold on, we might watch this next. Pikachu Amusement Park Toy Story animations. We might just watch that next. Maybe tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow, who knows?
This happened a few years ago on Mother's Day, and it still haunts.
Y'all, you guys cannot tell me like that he does not look. He either looks like Cleveland Brown or Drake. He looks like a mix of them together.
Me till this day. I used to live with my mom, who was a hard-working woman. She used to cook, clean, and take care of me and my
Also, look at
siblings
Family
while
Guy
working a
animation.
part-time job. When I eventually got older and had a wife and kids of
Nah, that's literally Stewie, bro. I know it's not actually Stewie, but like his eyes, like they're literally accurate to Family Guy animations, bro.
my own, I moved out in a small bungalow house. I didn't want to leave her to fend for herself, so I ended up taking her in. My wife was a bit hesitant at first, but eventually gave in to the idea since the kids really liked her company. So, when it was eventually Mother's Day, I of course wanted to celebrate not only my wife, but my mother as well. We invited our cousins, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, basically the entire family. It was a perfect day, honestly. The kids were outside playing in the front lawn while myself and the other relatives did grown-up stuff. It was around the evening time when I got up to grab another beer from the fridge. That's when I noticed an unfamiliar car parked on the street in front of my house. It was a dark sedan with tinted windows, just sitting there idling. I then went out to the porch and saw the kids playing on the lawn and my mom at the edge of the yard, facing the car. I remember hearing her saying something like,
What do you want? Get the hell out of here!
the car didn't move. It just parked there. She then shouted again saying,
If you don't get out of here, I'm calling the cops! You got that?
my mother was a very confrontational person and didn't take shit from anyone and would call out anyone on anything if she thought they were in the wrong. That's just how she was. But something about yelling at a random vehicle was alarming as hell. I didn't want her causing any unnecessary drama and printing a target on our house. So I called out to her saying,
Mom, just ignore them and come inside.
She ignored me and continued mean mugging the vehicle. I figured it had to either be some Karen neighbors down the street that were trying to file a noise complaint, or just a group of teen troublemakers looking to get a kick out of bothering an elderly lady. I tried to make out who was inside the car, but it was hard to see as the windows were tinted and it was getting a bit late. I called out to my mom once more to get inside, and that the other adults were waiting on her. Once again, she ignored me and continued to have a stare down with the vehicle. I was getting nervous as hell and got a bit closer so I could see the plate number, just in case whoever was in the car tried to pull something. As I squinted my eyes to look at the front plates, I realized that it was either removed or being covered. That's when I knew something was horribly wrong. A million red flags raced through my mind. I started freaking out and yelled at my mom and the kids to immediately get back in the house. The kids immediately started scrambling inside while my mom stood in the same spot, yelling at the car and telling them she was going to call the cops. I then started walking towards her just so I could pull her back into the house and away from the vehicle. That's when the car suddenly rolled down their windows, revealing 2 or 3 men wearing ski masks. The one closest to the window then pulled out a firearm and started waving it around.
Happy Mother's Day, you old fart! Today's gonna be your lucky day!
He then smiled at me and my mom, and that's when I yelled saying,
Mom, get inside!
as I started running back towards the house. And as I made it to the porch, all I could hear was a loud bang sound. All I could remember was ducking for cover, as my relatives inside the house started screaming in despair and confusion, not knowing what the hell was going on. The car then immediately drifted off. I then got up and slowly turned my back to see where my mom was, and there she was, laying lifelessly on the lawn. She was still, eerily still. I then ran to her screaming,
Mom! Mom! Mom!
over and over again, but there was no response. I took off my shirt and used it to cover her wound as my relatives called the cops. An ambulance with a few cruisers showed up, taking her to the hospital, but it was too late. She was gone. The police went searching for the suspects, but unfortunately, they were unable to be found. There wasn't much evidence that my family
don't know if y'all can see, but I'm tearing up a little bit, bro. Tearing up a little bit. That's crazy, and this is a true story too.
And I could provide to the police. We had no camera footage, no license plate, nothing other than just some males wearing ski masks. After providing police with our testimonies, they concluded that the whole thing was just a senseless, motiveless crime.
Look, I know this is like not part of the story. I apologize, I'm sorry. I know this isn't part of the story, but like, you guys cannot tell me this is not like Family Guy type of stuff, bro. Look at this neighbor's house, bro. It literally looks like a Family Guy type of house, bro. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. Like, so unnecessary, but like, you know, I just wanted to tell you guys because I wanted to prove my point. Like, here's the evidence, you know.
I'm just really some sickos in a car. The next few months after that tragic Mother's Day weekend was a blur. I couldn't sleep or eat. I was just numb. The house felt empty, and the kids were understandably quiet and scared. None of us wanted to step out of the house and deal with the fact that we might see those guys again. A few years after the incident, my family and I moved out, but we couldn't deal with the fact that those guys could still show up anytime, whether it was a birthday, holiday, or Mother's Day again, and possibly target us for no apparent reason. This story was inspired by a horrific incident regarding an Alabama grandmother who was celebrating Mother's Day with her family when someone opened fire on the outdoor party just after 7 p.m. on Sunday, May 12th. Gloria Cruz, 64, was fatally struck as she reportedly rushed children playing outside back into her house for safety. She collapsed on her lawn. Cruz unfortunately did not make it at the scene. Police are offering a $1,000 cash reward to anyone who may have seen something or knows something, and to come forward with any information related to the suspect. Cruz's daughter has set up a GoFundMe to set up for funeral expenses. No arrests have since been made, according to police who say the case is still under investigation.
Damn. That was seriously like crazy. Like straight up crazy. I'm going on. But like why? Why do people in this world do this? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and like and click on the notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Comment down what type of video you guys want me to do next. Bye.